In a sudden storm, a little bird was swept far away from its nest. At that time, the bird had just begun learning to fly, still unsteady, and now lost in a vast and unfamiliar world. Though scared and exhausted, it never stopped trying. Each time it took flight, it would fall, yet never once did it give up. From afar, an older bird was watching with his companion. He noticed something special in the little bird, a will that refused to be broken. They flew closer, and the trembling little bird said, "I'm lost and I don't know how to fly properly. Can you help me get home?" The older bird smirked. "If you can't fly, why did you leave the nest in the first place?" he mocked. Though hurt, the little bird didn't respond with anger. It simply watched, silently observing how the older birds flew, how they flapped their wings, how they caught the wind, and the precise timing of their flight. The older bird kept flying high and circling back, each time throwing out sarcastic comments. But on his last return, the little bird was gone. "Wait, did he fly?" he asked. "Yes," replied his companion. "And this time, he didn't fall." Surprised, the companion asked, "You mocked him, why are you smiling now?" The older bird gazed into the sky, eyes following the young bird soaring above. He answered gently, "He didn't listen to my words. He watched my wings. That strength was always within him. I didn't lift him up, I challenged him." Those words left the companion speechless. He had just witnessed something profound. True strength cannot be given, it must be awakened from within. If the older bird had gently carried the young one home, he might have become dependent. But it was the harshness, the mockery, and the challenge that made the little bird more determined, that led it to learn on its own and ultimately surpass its limits. It wasn't the pain or difficulty that broke the little bird, it was those very struggles that became the force behind its inner strength. These challenges weren't barriers, they were springboards to awaken courage and resilience. Helping someone doesn't always mean reaching out to lift them up. Sometimes, it means placing a challenge in front of them so they can learn to stand on their own. Believing in oneself, facing fear, that's when the power within is truly awakened, and then, one can fly farther than ever before. True strength is not something others can hand to you, it lies deep inside, waiting to be stirred. The story of the little bird is proof. It didn't need someone to carry it through the storm, it needed to trust its own wings. And once it had enough persistence and courage to try again despite failure, it soared higher, farther, and stronger. Life is the same. Challenges, criticisms, and stumbles aren't there to stop you, they exist to help you realize that there's extraordinary strength inside you. Each time you rise after a fall, you get one step closer to your strongest self. Don't wait for someone to save you. The only person who can truly help you is you. If this story of the little bird touched your heart, pause and reflect. Have you ever felt like that bird, small, lost, caught in the storm of life, yet still trying to fly? That's your inner strength. It can't be taught, but life's challenges force it to awaken. Share your story. It might spark hope in someone who's barely holding on. And if you find this message meaningful, pass it on. Somewhere out there, a trembling little bird may just need a word of encouragement, a ray of light, to gather the courage to take flight again. Remember, every great journey begins with a brave leap out of the comfort zone. The little bird story isn't just about learning to fly, it's a metaphor for each of us. We all have moments of weakness, feeling lost or doubted by others. We stumble. We get mocked. But in those moments, if we keep rising, our inner strength is awakened. That strength doesn't come from others. It can't be taught through words or protected by comfort. It comes alive only when we face difficulty, embrace fear, and persist through failure. Every time you dare to rise, even a little, you get closer to your best self. If this story moved you, don't let it end with a feeling. Let it fuel you. Let it be a quiet fire that keeps you going when you want to give up. Tell your story about a time you thought you couldn't go on, but then found the strength within. You never know, your story may be exactly what someone needs to hear to find their way again. And if you believe someone needs this today, don't keep it to yourself. Share it. Because sometimes, a small story, a humble piece of faith, is enough to awaken a pair of wings waiting to fly.